Can you just walk us through just the day one to, the 2 year, the 3 year mark? I just sometimes when I have these discussions and I think about the people listening, is not understanding, are you coming to site? Are you inspecting all the truck? Do they send you sheets on every single unit? How do you actually get one of these projects going to make an autonomous fleet? It's an easy thing to talk about, but the actual step by step, the engineering involved, the communication involved, the timeline involved, not disrupting their mining operation, all those sorts of things. What does that actually look like from, let's say, day one to even the first year where you're integrating a system?
Yeah, look, it varies, but there are some pretty common themes, and I'll talk about what does success require. I think that with a couple of projects that are real projects, and we have autonomous trucks being dispatched now. Um, the first the first thing that you have to achieve is you have to achieve commonality of vision. Um, and these things aren't easy. And when you're looking at tripartite, multi-partate agreements here, everyone has their own commercial interests. So the first hurdle to get over is each of the parties committing to a common goal, and that's really critical. If you are retrofitting an existing fleet, then of course, what you need to do early on is you need to be looking at doing the engineering work. How am I going to control those trucks? Doing that. The software releases are incremental, so you start to do software releases, and it's a slow rollout. You have to be very cautious because obviously safety is paramount. It's a big commitment. It's a multi-year commitment. A lot of people, a lot of engineering time, and you know, partners that are willing to work through the challenges, because there's no doubt you'll bump your knees on these projects, whether it's from one vendor or multi-vendors. So having a very good working relationship, obviously solid commercial contracts to back that up, is really important. But in the experiences that we've had, it hasn't been as challenging as you might think,
Hmm.
because the miners recognize how much value we're talking about here.
Right.
So one one quote, and I won't say where it came from because they wouldn't be happy if I shared it. Um, One quote was, "Yes, this might be big investment, but this is worth billions to us." So it is, the size of the prize is huge,
Right.
and that's why. And we're co-investing. I mean, these are big numbers we're talking about. We're co-investing. We're 35% of the investment is us investing our people, engineering time, and then obviously we're
Wow.
getting customers pay us to accelerate us developing and delivering into the market. So yeah, they're really great projects. They really are. I mean, we've got some great partners. I mean, Roy Hill, I mentioned earlier, Rio Tinto. You know, they're, and I go back to my comment earlier. I think from 2016 onwards, you see a new generation of leaders. You see a willingness to engage different commercial models, and I think if we all have an eye on the prize of what the commercial outcome is, a lot of challenges. It's not easy, but very rewarding projects for all of the parties involved. So, look, at the end of the day, it's a lot of fun as well. And I sell these projects to our new recruits, and it's been a really important part of us being able to build a really strong engineering group, which we need to solve some pretty significant technical challenges.